In this video, we will talk about RH sensitization during pregnancy. So let's take a look at this scenario. Let's say we have a mother who is going to be RH negative. So genetically, she is going to be negative, negative. Let's say the father, in this case, is RH positive. So even though he could be positive, positive or positive, negative, for this scenario, let's assume he is homozygous positive. So if they were to have a child, then there's 100% chance that their kid is going to be Rh positive, right? This is the child. It's going to be 100% Rh positive, and the genotype would be positive, negative, like this. So let's consider the first pregnancy. Let's say here we have the mother's bloodstream, mother's blood, and because she is Rh negative, her red blood cell would just be like this. Okay, so we are not going to put any Rh antigens on it. And the child she is carrying, let's draw the child's bloodstream. So this would be the baby, the fetus blood, and the fetus is going to be Rh positive, right? Because of the positive from the father. And so when I draw the fetus RBC, we are going to put the Rh antigen on them. So there's Rh, Rh, Rh. So typically, what separates the mother and the child during pregnancy is the placenta. So this here in between, that's going to be the placenta. Now the placenta is pretty good at separating the mother's blood and the fetus blood. However, during delivery, there is a possibility that the placenta is damaged, and so the baby's blood is able to enter the mother's bloodstream. So let's say that that's what happened. Okay, so during delivery, the placenta is ruptured, damaged, and some of these Rh positive cells are going to go into the mother's bloodstream like that. So the mother, being Rh negative, is now exposed to Rh positive cells from her baby, and that is going to sensitize her. Okay, so her immune system is now triggered, and she will start to produce anti-Rh antibodies. But this is going to take some time, right? Maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. By the time she makes the antibodies, the baby would have been delivered, and you know, nothing would happen to the baby. Now, suppose they are going to have a second baby. Okay, so they're going to have the second baby, second pregnancy. So in this second pregnancy, the mother's blood remains the same, except now she will also have these anti-Rh antibodies. Okay, so these are anti-Rh antibodies, and they are produced. They were produced from the first pregnancy, right? Due to the desensitization. The fetus will still be Rh positive, and so what happens during this second pregnancy is that the anti-Rh antibodies produced from the first pregnancy will cross the placenta, and then they will attack the baby's Rh positive blood, and that could lead to hemolytic disease of the newborn. Okay, so some symptoms include anemia. You're going to have edema. There's going to be jaundice, right? Enlarged spleen, and liver, right? So the severity of the disease could vary from situation to situation. But in the worst case scenario, if this treatment is not given or if this is not prevented, then it could be lethal, potentially lethal for the baby. So what can be done? What can be done to prevent this from happening? So let's go back to the first pregnancy. Okay, let's go back to the first pregnancy. So in the first pregnancy, again, the antibodies are not there yet because the mother has not been sensitized, right? So what you can do is the mother can receive something called a RhoGAM shot. Okay, RhoGAM. So RhoGAM is an artificial anti-Rh antibody. Okay, artificial anti-Rh antibodies. So you will give the RhoGAM to the mother at some point during pregnancy, and you know you will also give it after delivery, and so if you inject the RhoGAM into the mother's bloodstream, they will stay there. Okay, so there is the RhoGAM. There is the RhoGAM. And if the placenta ruptures or is tear during delivery, and the baby cells enter the mother's bloodstream, these RhoGAM, these antibodies, will now destroy the positive cells before the mother's immune system is activated. And so essentially the RhoGAM prevents sensitization by destroying any Rh positive cells in the mother's body. Now the RhoGAM is designed in such a way that they're really big in size, and so they are not going to be able to cross the placenta and harm the baby. Right? All the RhoGAMs will remain in the mother's bloodstream and will clear any Rh positive cells. So by receiving the RhoGAM shot, you will prevent sensitization, and you know you typically would do this in all pregnancy if the mother is negative and there is a chance that the baby is positive. And I just want to clarify, RhoGAM is to prevent sensitization if a person is already sensitized, meaning if the mother already got antibodies of her own against Rh, then giving the RhoGAM shot will not fix the problem. So that's it for Rh sensitization caused by blood mismatch between Rh negative mother and a Rh positive baby.